we're kerning.
I never.
Oh, I'm gonna corn.
Oh, Kurt.
Welcome to
I'm gonna corn.
WFYM, the only pro-life, pro-police podcast that is also leftist.
Mm-hmm.
A cab except for police.
And babies.
I was on a walk yesterday, and there was an EMT driving by, and I was just making myself laugh, like thinking of like taking a picture of giving it the finger and be like, "A cab,"
Yeah.
just not knowing it just has lights on the top of the car.
Like, wait, they're EMTs.
It's like,
E-cab.
It's like a private security firm car. Like, you see like the yellow lights on top.
Yeah.
Fuck police. Fuck the police.
Honestly, that would make that guy's day.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "No, fuck you, brother. You're getting pulled over. As long as you
He's
come
like,
into this parking lot.
You better not come into this parking
Better
lot.
not come into here. Swear to God."
If you come into this Papa John's, you're in trouble.
Did you guys know EMTs get 100% of the money you pay for an ambulance ride?
Yeah. That's
Wow.
that's why.
And they
Damn.
expect a tip.
That's why they're so expensive.
When they let you out, they ask for a tip.
Yep.
If you don't give them one, they
Sometimes they
give
want to
you a
give you
dirty look.
oxygen until you tip.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Well, there should be, you know what? That's fucked up. You're right. There should be like a DoorDash or an Uber for EMTs,
For life.
emergency services.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think
Bro,
there-
what if there was a DoorDash burger?
I think there is an
Someone
Uber
picking you
for
up.
getting driven to the hospital and
Yeah, what if there
asking
was a
them
DoorDash for it?
hey, do you have any like insulin?
God damn.
No. Or could you stop at like CVS or something maybe? And like you're like bleeding out. Could you go to Walgreens and get some bandages, please?
You should, next time you order from DoorDash, you should ask the guy to pick you up and you can get the food.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can I
Yeah,
ride
back
in your
off
car
my
while you
plate.
do it?
I don't want to pay the delivery fees. Can you pick me up?
I believe that's an old urban legend that I've heard. Not urban legend, but just one of those common stories, like a cousin lie, basically. But I've heard many people claim, and maybe they all just did this, but a lot of people claiming they were really drunk and they got home by ordering a delivery pizza to their house while they were at the pizza place.
Oh yeah.
I've
I've heard
and
of
then
that
riding
one.
with the driver there. I could see it happening if you were like, "Yo, I'm gonna give you $20 also if you drive me back to my
Yeah.
house," because you're going there anyway.
That's funny.
I can see
Yeah,
it working
depending
for
on
sure,
how
but I've
drunk you
also heard it
were.
from like at least 4 people, and they were usually
Mhm.
psych patients.
Oh, yeah. That's a psych lie.
Yeah, so maybe it's a psych lie. Maybe it's a psych ward lie, which is it's a cool one, you know? Anyway, if you guys want to use that lie now and say you did it,
But you'd have to do that at like a local pizza place.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
couldn't do that at like Domino's or Papa John's because they would just be like, no. 'Cause
Yeah.
it'd be some kid. Where the local
Well, I
the
mean-
local place driver is like,
if you caught the
Some
kid
guy.
outside of the place though and you're like, "Hey, I
Well,
know you're
yeah.
going to this address. I live there. That's why I ordered it. Here's $20 right now to take me." You know, you'd have to catch him outside though. Make sure his boss
Yeah.
isn't around.
Worst case scenario, you just get on a skateboard and then hold onto the bumper,
mhm.
Back to the Future style.
My pizza guy is this old like biker type dude, and he's my Jets guy. And I'm actually confident that he would die for me. So I know
Oh,
he would
wow.
drive me home. He loves me.
You should test it
What
out.
if you ask?
He's always excited to see me. I always tip him well, and my pizza is always here in like 9 minutes. Crazy.
You should set up a scenario where someone's holding a gun to you, and then you deliver a pizza, and it comes to the door, and
That'd
he
be
opens
cool.
like you tell him like open the door, and then someone's holding you at gunpoint, and see what he does.
This is a good Nathan for you type sketch to set up. How much do you trust your pizza man?
Will your pizza man give his life for you?
Mine absolutely would.
We gotta find out. Next time I come up, I'm gonna hold a gun to you and order pizza.
In fact, I might put that guy as my emergency contact on some stuff.
Well,
It's just the pizza.
prompt.
I'm just putting
They'll
the pizza.
show up.
I'm just putting the pizza place's number on there.
I'm going
Oh,
to
no,
list him
it
as
is.
a reference.
Gotta ask for the delivery driver though. It's really good.
Put in that number and then like put in like an order next to it. Like, oh, if you have to call it, also place
Yeah.
a small pepperoni.
Yeah, in case I'm dying of hunger. Also, my favorite.
If I'm stuck, you got it. Like, and I'm in a bad place, just give me some pizza.
You gotta have somebody in your life with all those death rules. It's like mine. If I ever get like shot and killed, like in a shooting, and my belly's hanging out, please pull my shirt down.
Just
My
walking by
emergency
the body, like,
contact
hold
is
on.
911. That's what I put down on the form.
God damn
Just
it.
put
Who should we
hospital.
call if there's an emergency? 911. Duh.
I put Dr.
Fucking
Feel
moron.
Good with a smiley face. Give me the good shit.
Put mom. I'm putting mom and dad.
Who should we call? The Ghostbusters. And you just die at work, you get your hand sucked into a machine, and then your parents don't find out until a week later.
We actually called the Ghostbusters. They couldn't help us.
Yeah, we called Dan
He wasn't a-
Aykroyd. He was just
He
confused.
wasn't a ghost yet.
You know what? Something I thought of before with that shit. You know, there's some celebrity stan out there that's just so insane that they put the celebrity down on their emergency contacts. They're like, well, they have to call them. This way that's
probably honestly yes.
There has to be something that's like, I don't know their number, but they have to call them if I write them down here. So today Johnny Depp's gonna find out that I fell down at work. When I fall down later at work.
when I get hurt at work later.
It's the same thing as your one phone call in jail. They have to pick it up legally. Like, they can't not pick up that phone call. So if you call Brad Pitt, he has to pick up. And then you say, hey, man, I'm in jail. I just ran over some kid in the crosswalk.
Johnny Depp travels so much because he has all these old Italian and Argentinian grandmas that are in love with him doing OSHA violations and they're getting hurt. And then he's their emergency contact, so he has to go to Argentina and Italy all the time. That's why he wasted all
that money.
Yeah.
That's why he bought the yacht, so he could sail there.
It's much easier. Both have a lot of coast. You know?
It must be easy to be a Johnny Depp impersonator now. He doesn't even really look like himself anymore. He looks like a Johnny Depp impersonator.
Bro, the last Johnny Depp picture that I tweeted, I had at least 4 replies being like, couldn't even tell this was him. I really stared. I'm like, yeah, he looks fucked. He looks like he got wine
and sunglasses and stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like he's been drinking and taking pills every single day since the trial 90 days ago.
Yeah, he made the same transformation as Dane Cook, where he Weinsteined.
Yeah.
He drank too much.
Dane Cook just, it's a montage of him, like one of those 90s ones where he's doing really fast and it starts spinning like the Tasmanian Devil and it stops. It's just Harvey Weinstein at the end. He burps.
Well, you know what? Dane Cook's still dating 19-year-olds, so I guess the joke's on all of us.
That's true.
Seeing a picture of Dane Cook now, hate ages you.
Jesus Christ. That's like the picture that I was going through my camera roll the other day getting rid of shit, and there's one I'll never delete, and it's the fucking Chris D'Elia's Instagram story from that night he tried to come back to Twitter and got yelled at, and it just says, you ever just want to go away? And he's like making the home halfway face like, fucking douchebag.
Oh, it rocks. I posted about it, but I was looking on SeatGeek just for like not concerts, but like sports events, anything going on in the area, and I was just like scrolling through. And there was all these comedians. I had just a list of them. And then they showed Chris D'Elia, and he was the only one with an 18 and up warning.
That's so...
I was like, yeah, that makes sense. They're really carding people there because he's going to get in trouble.
You're not safe for kids in there. Even if they're good, even if they're good drinkers.
It was cool when he used to make fun of Mikey Miles.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he gets basically the same amount of acting work now.
Mm-hmm.
He was in... He might have been in a CBS show. Was that Whitney Cummings show?
Yeah, he was the lead in one of those shows.
He was on Undateable or whatever that show.
Yeah. It's bottom of the barrel TV. That's like the kind of shit Mikey Miles watches. So it's kind of...
Yeah.
I think it's
important. I think I've always had a theory, and this is why I watch those sorts of shows myself. Somebody's got to watch them in case there's secret messages we're missing. You know?
Well, that's the person watching them is just like people like Mikey Miles.
Yeah,
and,
but he's not.
They're catching all the secret messages, and look at how they turned out. So it's a warning to stay away from those shows.
You can't interpret any of the normal messages that are public.
That's true. Like, stay away from me, stay 500 feet away.
Just yesterday, we were talking about the fucking Mikey Miles Planet of the Apes tweet, where he's like, just found out these weren't actually apes.
How'd they get him to talk?
I want to smash his head.
I thought they only knew sign language.
Oh my god.
Not just like cave his skull.
Oh my god.
Halfway through Bob Hart's Abishola, they play all the number stations. And he's like, I'm not really good at Sudokus.
So good. God damn, that is Mikey.
Just never talks about it. He's the only guy who heard
it. Nah, I'm not really. I don't like this.
They're sending nuclear codes.
Mikey Miles staring one of those spot the differences pictures where it's just like 2 pictures of Times Square with some slight different colors and stuff. Starting to see the similarities. He doesn't even notice at first that it's almost the same picture. He's like, oh yeah, these are almost the same.
Just a slightly lighter like CBS logo. And he's just like, I wonder what this is.
He's also got like those goofy like pygmy primate eyes where if you held up one of those like you know the 3D things where you gotta hold up your nose and pull it away?
Yeah.
Mikey far away is like, it's a train! He's got like, his eyes have like a bunch of lenses on it.
Picking up a magic eye poster out of a dumpster
Yeah,
and
that's what I was
putting it
trying
up
to
on the
think
wall
of.
just because it's like
He has the magic.
it
eye.
looks cool.
How has he not done
It's
that by
abstract
now?
art.
How has he?
What do you mean?
That's so true.
What do you mean? What's the secret image?
Mikey's
What
gonna
are you
unironically
talking
be the
about?
guy wearing the fucking drug rug, blowing the smoke into one. Dope.
I love that picture.
Yes.
Me too. Classic.
That's
Also,
that's
some
kind of the
huge-
weed guy version of the picture of the guy holding the bottle and driving.
Yeah.
Yes. Huge news regarding one of the guys on Instagram. Cole Campbell got new glasses.
Yeah.
I saw that. He was talking about how
R.I.P..
there was a wait list at the optometrist, which is like
His parents had a wait list for him because they
Yeah.
didn't want to spend any money on that.
That's
like
such
I would
cap,
believe
dude.
that.
I'm
I
pretty
would
sure
bel-
even an American could go get a new pair of basic frames for like $30.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
like he was waiting on an eye exam, which is not really necessary if you have your old prescription.
Won't they
Like,
also
it-
do
it
that at one of
changes
those
a
lens
little
crafters
bit.
places?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also
Do they not have My Eye Doctor in Canada?
You could also look up the name of the frames, order a new pair of frames, it's probably $30 online, and then pop out the old lenses and pop them into the new ones.
I
There are
should
a lot
stay
of
in my
different
lane.
things you
can do that.
I have normal eyes. I should stay in my lane. I'm normal.
Yeah, I
I have
don't
healthy eyes.
I've
I'm
never
not
had to wear
gross.
glasses.
Yeah, me either.
Nope,
No.
me neither.
Okay, well, we should just
But-
shut up about this then.
We shouldn't speak out of place.
I've actually known a lot
We
of people
shouldn't
with
criticize
glasses,
him.
though, so actually I'm going to go back into
I mean,
it.
but like
I'm not friends with losers.
Yeah.
his glasses are going to get like fucked up on his face immediately. Like they're going to go back to looking like they used to.
God willing.
Like
It's like Dilbert's
gonna
tie.
be.
He flattens it down and it sticks up.
True.
His glasses just slide down his face.
Dude, he's going to be
the second
celebrating
he
getting
walks
his...
out.
He's going to be celebrating getting his new glasses, and he's just going to be dancing and drinking liquor all night. He's going to fall asleep with them on and wake up on top of them. He's going to pick them up, and it's going to be the arm broken off. He's going to be like, oh no, it's happening again.
God, dude, he's just like mixing liquor with his gainer shakes and dancing around. Imagine the stink of his farts when he's doing all of that.
Cole Campbell at the
And
end
he's
of
just,
the
like,
world
bouncing
when he's the
around.
last man on earth and he has all the playboys in the world and he's like, finally I can weed my playboys. Then his glasses fall off and shatter. He's like, no,
I had all the time in the world. I was just about to.
to.
I was trying
Sorry,
to
Alex.
remember what that was from. Is that from the Twilight Zone?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's the Twilight. It's not fair.
He's just trying to stare at that
Alex and I
poster
had
on
the
his wall.
The same joke popped in our head at the same time when I said no at the end of my last joke. Oh, fuck. Too easy of a joke, I guess. I got another one. He's like Arthur. There.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Pretty good.
It sucks that nobody
Arthur.
famous has worn glasses, though.
That's also true. You don't see celebrities wear glasses.
They no.
Einstein didn't wear glasses. That's why I don't associate people being smart with when they wear them. Because Einstein didn't have glasses, and he was smart. You don't have to have glasses to be smart.
That's true.
Was he smart?
Let's see. I'm looking up celebrities who wear
think so.
glasses.
I didn't know him personally.
Well, if someone does something dumb, why do they say?
I
"Way to go,
think Jeff
Einstein"?
Goldblum is smart, and he's pretty famous for wearing glasses, even though he doesn't wear them all the time.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
And
Yeah.
do you
There's
know?
no well.
do you know why
there's
I
no
think he's
lenses in
smart,
his
though?
glasses.
He has not been Me Too'd yet, even though you know he's done bad things.
I think they
got
tried to, right?
Sort of semi-Me Too,
Yeah.
but it's only that like he has sex with 22-year-old girls and then ghosts them, which is, you know,
I would also
pretty
expect
tame as
uncouth.
celebrity scandals go.
I remember that
Yeah,
picture of
it's
him with his
uncouth,
hand
but-
on the girl's neck when he's looking
Yeah.
old as fuck, and they're like 19. That was cool.
It's also
though.
the-
But
it's like
also,
the
a lot
same
of girls
as-
that age talk about how Jeff Goldblum is so hot and they want to fuck
and they
him.
wanted to choke
Yeah.
him. Yeah, I
So,
know.
like-
Well, that's why
Yeah.
that picture was taken in the first place.
Can't really blame him for dipping
It's
into it, I
uncouth.
guess.
Anyway, though, he's not getting any hotter. You know,
No.
he's only getting older and weirder looking now.
That's when I'm gonna fuck him.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
I'm a 22-year-old and I'm gonna fuck Jeff Goldblum.
I still enjoy his work though.
Jurassic Park 2,
hmm Let's see, what else is he in? That's
Thor.
Did,
One of the
did you guys see
Thors?
Jurassic Park yet?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
did.
don't know anything else.
I
And I
said-
said the
I
second.
said
Oh,
Jurassic Park, but it was wrong.
Drastic Park.
That was one of my favorite malapropisms. Drastic Park. People just hearing Jurassic and never thinking or reading of that word.
Drastic Park. They made some really drastic decisions trying to get away from those dinos. You guys want to play Motor Comeback?
Motor Comeback.
I would love to play Motor Comeback. Can we get all 5 of us in a lobby?
Yeah.
Sub-Zero.
We should play fighting games.
We should be
We are gonna be
pros in
playing
fighting
one.
games.
Runbow.
And we should have a fighting game hype house, and then we all get Me Too.
I think we should all rent a house that's like $5,000 a month with the Patreon money, and we all have a desk in the living room right by the window. Not really a desk, just a table with a TV on it and an Xbox One S. And we're all going to get famous for playing Street Fighter.
Let's do it.
Yes.
I will have my setup on a bunch of big boxes flipped over.
I will be doing mine.
I'll live in a doghouse.
I'm going to do mine on some laundry baskets.
I'm going to have a camping chair, and when I fold it up, I'll say I'm at my standing desk.
One of my old roommates, I lost a laundry basket to him because I left it downstairs, and then it was gone. And then, like, I was like, all right, I think he grabbed it. And I just grabbed another one, and he just had his TV on it, and it was just covered in ashes from him smoking cigarettes and weed in his room.
Bro, the TV and the laundry basket. It's so easy to find a table somewhere.
To be fair, Tom, he couldn't move it because he had a mouse trapped under it. That's why the TV was on in the first place. He had to wait till it died.
Yes, probably.
That's so brutal.
He had to wait till it died, and then it started to stink.
It's like a glue trap, but it's just running around.
You joke about that. You joke about that, but he did get like 2 fish from a pet store.
Oh no, it's
and
that guy.
Never fed them, and they died. And then he, instead of throwing them away, he opened the window and put them on the roof because he had the attic room, and the whole place just started stinking. And we couldn't figure it out.
Tibetan sky burial for fish.
Yeah, basically.
They just get picked up by an eagle and carried off. Wow. So he didn't feed the fish. He just thought like one of them will eat the other one.
I don't know. There's nutrients in the water.
Feed them.
Like what do fish eat? They eat other fish, right?
Listen, if you let the water get dirty enough, there's shit floating around in there. The fish probably eat that shit.
That water was very dirty. He never changed the water. Never did anything.
No, that probably was his
long.
thinking. You know, the dirtier the water gets, there's more shit in there for the fish to eat.
Yeah, they didn't last long. And then, so he helped me, I helped him move out of there. And I opened one of his drawers to his dresser, and there was like these like shells. And it was like larvae that hatched and became like flies. And they were just like in his dresser. And I was just like, man, this is not good.
That's so foul.
And my friend who owned the house like deep cleaned and like had to condition and like the carpet and everything. And after he was done, he was like, my legs are all bit up. And I looked at his legs and there was like bug bites on there. It was just like, it was so bad.
What kind of bug was it?
I don't know.
Some sort of mite, probably. Maybe
I don't know, probably like
bugs.
a mite or like fleas or something.
Fleas,
lice,
maybe?
it could. Who fucking knows?
That sucks.
Because
it was
really I hate bugs. I can't even stand like when a bug gets in when you have like the light on and there's a little hole in the screen, or fungus gnats when you water your plants too much and you get the little fungus gnats. It's like when I see one fly by, it's like motherfucker. I'm gonna find all of you. I'm gonna fucking kick your ass.
Have you guys ever had those? I guess they're sort of carpenter ant because they love wood. But they really just appear because they're looking for like warm electrical areas. They're not there for like crumbs and shit. Even if you have crumbs out, they're not like the type of ants that are like, oh, I'm all over here. Our building had those for like a year, like 4 years ago. That shit fucking sucked. There would just be these tiny ants, like this line of them on the walls. I'm like going from one outlet to another. I'm like, you dumb fucks, get out of here.
They eat electricity.
We would get those in my parents' house because they live like kind of in the woods, and like we would just in the basement would just have those ants that would come in during the winter, and they would just like walk across, and I was just like, oh, this sucks.
Our property manager finally had the exterminator come, and he was like, this dude was probably close to 75, and he was so cool. He knew bugs so well that you could tell he probably like goes home and just looks at bugs, and he went around with this weird little clear liquid, just doing little drops on certain points of the house. He's sitting there for like 20 minutes in silence, staring at the wall and stuff. And then he goes, you're going to see ants for about 2 more months. Never again. And he left. And he was right.
Holy shit. Hell yeah.
It was very sweet.
It'd be great if he was wrong. He was like, oh, never mind.
He's like,
it does sound
after
fake.
2 months, it's not going to matter. That's how long my guarantee is.
So like up north, you just don't have bugs. Like you have them occasionally in the summer, but nothing like crazy. Down here, there's bugs fucking everywhere. Our house inside is fine, but outside we have spiders. We have, like everything you could think of, basically. And then occasionally cockroaches, but they're like the big ones. Maybe once a year they'll like get in the house and you see one and you just kill it.
Yeah.
When I lived downtown, we lived downtown for 2 years here when we first moved, and we lived in garden level apartment. So it was halfway and basically a basement. And the back door went to the laundry room, which was open for everybody. But that laundry room door didn't shut all the way. And so it was open like a little bit at the bottom. And every day in our apartment, and that back door was connected to our kitchen, there would be a cockroach inside the apartment every single day. And the first month we lived there, my wife was in class, and I was just sitting in front of the TV gaming. And I was just sitting there playing a game, and all of a sudden, I felt this itch on my back of my ear on my neck, and I swiped at it, and there was just a cockroach like this big.
God damn.
And I was just like, what the fuck? This fucking sucks. And I just freaked out, and I killed it, and I like took a shower, and I was just like losing my mind. And then you see a cockroach every single day, and you just kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
Because if you go downtown here, on certain places, if you eat outside, you're going to see cockroaches. There's a beer garden called the Raleigh Beer Garden, and it's owned by Cliffy B, the guy who made Beers of War. So he parks his Lambo outside it all the time. And it's like a 4-level bar. And on the 4th level, it's an outdoor area on the roof. And it's kind of nice. But if you sit up there, like during the summer, during the fall, you're going to see like 8 cockroaches just right next to you at all times. So they're just going to be scurrying around, and it's disgusting. But there's nothing you can do. There's so many oak trees here. They love oak trees, and they just exist. And they're not the gross. I mean, they're cockroaches and they're gross, but like they don't do anything. They just like exist.
Yeah, they don't bite you
they don't bite you. They don't exist. They don't infest. They just are there. They're
never
basically
seen
cicadas. God, I'll take a picture next time.
I've always lived in I grew up in shitty military housing, which was full of whatever. Because in Texas, we would have those red ants that would bite the fuck out of you and make you swell and rash. And we also had scorpions in Texas too, for where we live, but I don't remember seeing one, thankfully. They're probably all over. I just never saw them. But
I don't think they come near people too much, right?
Yeah.
No, they do.
No, you know what? I did see one scorpion, but it was when we went to like some little like state park. That makes sense. We were out in like the Rocky wilderness. Mm-hmm. That was cool. But
I have to reset my scorpion trap every single day.
Guam, we had
to get into my apartment.
Those giant fucking banana spiders that would just be on your wall, just like the hallway, where their body is like, ugh.
My brother nightmare fuel.
Oh.
My brother lives in Laos.
Geckos in the shower almost every day in Guam. They would just be there.
Yeah, we have tons of like geckos and lizards.
They like
and
the
stuff
humidity,
here.
probably.
Mm-hmm. I have like in my shed. There's just like 10 lizards that just like run in and out every time I'm going in. But they're fine. They eat other bugs.
How big are they?
They're cute. Not that big. They're kind of like the blue-tailed skinks, and then
we had the skinks.
There's
there
one
too.
that's giant, one that's like very long, and then all the rest of them are like
Skinks
very small. We have tons of frogs too. Yeah.
When you grab a skink by the tail and just detaches and runs away. Fucker.
It's just like, oh, get out of here.
I'll grow it back later.
But my brother lives in Laos, and they just have the most insane animals ever. They have like, he was sending pictures the other day, and there was just like a cobra in their front yard. And it's just like sitting there, and it's just like, it's the cobra. And during one of the seasons, they have like all these cicadas and moths, and they have this light on in their front yard. And that when you like turn it on, you just see like a swirl. Mm-hmm. It basically looks like a little tornado of bugs just flying around everywhere.
Cicadas are so scary. They look like little pugs. When I took an entomology class in college, we had to have a bug collection for the final project, and it was like 50 or 100 that you had to get. And I got a cicada because it was cicada time in Vermont. And I caught one, and I did what you were supposed to do. I put it in the jar with, I think, acetone on the top, and then it like sucks the oxygen out and kills them. Mm-hmm. But for that one, it only stunned it, apparently, because I woke up to this weird noise. And I figured out it was from the bug collection. I opened it up, and the cicada was awake again on the pin, spinning around.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
So I had to stun it again and then put it in the freezer. And from then on, I always put the bugs
That's such
in
like
the jar,
a Donnie
in the
Darko
freezer.
scene.
Yeah, it was horrible.
We wake up to this
the
like
worst
ticking
thing to
sound.
wake up to. Yeah.
Oh.
That'd be actually a really good scene to just have someone remake, like a good filmmaker.
But I got a B plus
cicadas-
in the class.
Hey, there you
What-
go.
what grade was that,
Cicadas are
Alex?
disgusting.
I got a B plus.
No, what grade was that?
Oh.
Not your grade. On your paper. What year?
College, you said?
Third year college.
Oh, okay. I was trying to remember. I remember Illinois during one of the 17-year cicada hatches. I was just seeing if it had been 7. That might have been close to. But I remember when we had that. I was in 3rd grade for one of those. That was
I got stung by
such a
a
heavy
bee
hit area.
on top of my foot when I was sleeping one time. That was probably the most unpleasant way I've ever woken up.
It's better than your
So
face,
far.
probably.
I
I
guess.
put on a shirt in the morning that was on top of an air hockey table in my room that became where my clothes went. You know,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And it fell out of the vent above it. But it was a live wasp, like a mud dauber, like a big one.
Oh.
It didn't even sting me though. I just like whoa, and it must have been suffering, like it was just dying. But I felt it right behind me, like in my shirt, and just kind of pulled it out, like rolled my shirt up and pulled it out. And this wasp in my hand, I was like, whoa!
We have these things called cicada killers here, and they're just big
I've seen
wasps,
those
but they
too.
have those like their stingers are huge, and they don't actually like sting you really, but
Yeah,
they look
They're
scary as
parasitic.
fuck.
They're
Yeah,
scary,
but-
and they do sting you though, because
Yeah,
I watched
but
that video on
they don't
stream
look
that one
to.
morning of that one dumb fuck. He has a stupid name too, like I don't know. It's like Scorpion Johnson, Scorpion Dick.
Yeah,
They
don't know
get
his name
stung by
is.
bugs, man.
Yeah,
but
those are great videos. He gets stung by one of
So
those,
we-
and he's just laying there like.
they're less likely to. I believe they're less likely. Like when I looked it up, they're less likely to sting you than like a normal wasp or bee or whatever.
Yeah.
But we were living downtown, and we were walking outside the back door out of like where the laundry room, and there was this guy there, and he's holding like this plastic cup, and he's holding it shut with his hand. And he's like, "Oh, come look at this, come look at this." And we're like, "All right." And like, there's a cicada killer in there, and he's like holding it up to my face, like, "Oh, check this out." And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" He's like, "Oh, that's cool, man. Can you back it up? Like, get it? I don't like
Dude,
that.
he had
it
looks
on his hand?
scary."
I think
Yeah.
I told the story on. I don't think I've ever told it on a pod. It must have been on a stream back in the day. But Andrew and I, we had him back behind our car wash. When my dad had the car wash and oil change in Romeo, and we had a ton of those that would be back in the mud behind the car wash. Everything all the dirt that would flow off the cars just ended up in this big like pit in the back. And they loved that pit because it was just stinky mud. And we caught one day and we had it just in this like pickle jar with holes in the top. And we put it into my dad's fucking drawer, like the cash drawer with all of his like shit. And he came back from lunch and opened that up and almost had a heart attack, dude. He was like shaking and convulsing in the office, like, "Ah, what the fuck is that shit? What the fuck?"
They're
great.
scary looking, dude.
He had a
They're
fucking freak
frightening.
out. Yeah,
They're like, they just have these like they're just big hornets with these giant
Chet,
stingers.
if you've never seen a cicada killer, Google it just so you can see what it looks like. They're like these big, fat, long. They almost look like a flying nut. They're like weird, nasty.
And this guy was just like holding it up to my face, and I was like, "What? Like
They are
what if
loud too when they're near you. You
Stop.
can hear it. You're like,
just
what
like
the fuck
stop
is that?
doing that. Get away from me."
Oh.
How did he not get stung?
I don't know.
They're just not aggressive. Like they don't.
Yeah.
They don't fuck with bigger shit. Really.
Mm-hmm.
They like to.
They rarely sting unless they are grasped roughly, stepped upon with bare feet, or caught in clothing.
Yeah. See, like they don't sting, which is like crazy because they look super scary.
They're also like they sort of swarm territorially, and they know that since they're so big, that shit's gonna like sort of go away from them. So they're not really like if you're near them, they're not afraid of you, but they're not gonna. Other bees seem like they're gonna chase you because they are.
Yeah.
Those ones are just
Bees,
like, "Get out
wasps,
of my
hornets.
zone."
Like yeah.
That's how they were in
those-
Guam. The boony bees, they call them. Those are territorial for like 100 yards or something.
Yeah.
Those suck.
Oh my god. Boonies
That's-
bees?
Boony bees. There's paper wasps,
Boony
but
bees.
with boony bees with a colloquial term there. They're the fourth worst bite on that guy's scale. I've been stung by those 300 times. Those are my favorite. But if you get stung by those 20 plus times, it's all the same.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
It doesn't matter.
You're
Your
used
level
to
of
it.
pain increases. Yeah.
I mean,
you just
I'm
go,
sure, honestly, like you build some sort of immunity with that many stings anyway. Because one of those was
Probably.
like 30 at a time, and I didn't even like swell up that bad. I was just like, oh, oh. I had like 3 in my shirt. They're nasty though. They're
On
nasty little
purpose?
bastards.
You put 3 in your
sort of.
shirt?
I would fuck with their nest, so I definitely had it
Yeah.
coming. I didn't put them there. They're
Just put 'em in my
nasty though,
pocket.
and they're like they're paper wasps too, so they don't lose their stinger. They're going doof, doof, doof.
Yeah, just stabbing you over and over again. Like,
Bastards.
dog, cut it out.
I like the wasps
get
that
it.
have giant stingers, but they
Because
don't go
of-
after people.
Because of how many, like the paper wasps in Guam were everywhere, and you would wake up and there'd be right over your door overnight they built a nest that's like one of those big open-faced wasp nests with all the cones. It's like huge, like grapefruit size. You're like, what the fuck, man? You did this in the dark? But that's exactly where we learned as kids how to do the fucking flamethrower with WD-40.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Teaching
and, like,
kids
the
how to do that's
cans.
not great, dude. I remember being 7 years old and doing that to a fucking bee's nest, just like 6 feet up.
I did that with axe, and I'm grateful I didn't die.
Same.
God,
like
me
the
too.
fire phase when you discover that like is great.
I also am thankful I never lost any toes. I would mow the lawn and do weed whipping in bare feet.
My fire phase like stopped because we got into it for like a couple of years where everybody was burning stuff. And then at somebody's house, there was like 3 or 4 of my friends were over and they were having like a bonfire outside, like no parental supervision.
The best.
And they wanted to make it bigger. So a friend of mine took a cup of gasoline and threw it into the fire, and it like followed in, and he was wearing like shiny, like the pull away pants, but like, you know, that shiny material, and they just lit on fire and gave him 3rd-degree burns all over his legs.
Stephen Barry's pants.
And it's just, and so like he was in the hospital for probably 2 months or so,
Oh God,
like, because
I
of
remember that.
burns in the summer, and we all like
me
had to
about
go
that.
visit him, and then everybody was just like, yeah, I think we're done playing with fire
Jesus,
now, 'cause you can get really fucked up, huh?
God,
Throwing a
God.
cup of gasoline.
I didn't have any.
Yeah, but we were like 7th grade, so I mean,
I got
you're not
fascinated
thinking
with
things
fire
through.
for a while, but I realized later on in life, it was like a year and a half, and I was only like 10 years old. But my grandpa, who had been dead he died when I was 5, but he was a firefighter, and my grandma always told me like, your grandpa would be so upset at you, for, like lighting shit on fire. Yeah, I know.
I'm sure a bunch of
But,
those guys are pyromaniacs.
Oh, for sure. He was a
No,
volunteer
they're the
firefighter
opposite.
anyway. It wasn't his main job, so he just liked
They're the
saving
opposite.
people.
They liked putting out fires.
That's
They
right.
hated fire.
They like being there first. What's wrong with that? No, but my phase, I realized ended up just being I loved starting fires with magnifying glasses. Didn't really like fire. I just liked my parents always probably wondered why I always wanted more magnifying glasses and magnifying sheets. They're like, man, are your eyes okay? I'm good.
I never actually did
No,
that.
I'm good.
We're at the dollar store. My brothers are getting like cap guns and stuff. I'm like, can I get these? It's like an 8 magnifying glass set. They're like, oh yeah. And to be fair,
Sure,
I
Michael.
also was really into
He's
bugs.
into science.
I was into bugs and rocks. I still am. I love that shit.
Yeah.
So I used it for that too. But I also like to. Let me look at this bug. Let me pull this back a bit. Whoops, that's a shame.
Whoa, what an accident.
It is cool that like you can just start fire with a magnifying glass. Like
Yeah.
you can just light something on fire.
I was
It is
a
cool
literal
thing.
child. I wasn't even a preteen yet, and I outgrew that
Yeah.
fast. And then later on, I didn't really care about fires. I love campfires, but that's about it.
Yeah, like I love fire. It's fun. It's like it's cool and like it's nice starting it. But the first time you do the axe fire, you're just like, damn, this is sick.
Yeah.
Like I got a flamethrower, bro. Oh my god.
just do
Let's burn a bush.
The cheap lighter trick where you fucking take off the governor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All that shit felt great.
Oh,
That was
Yeah.
cool to do.
slamming
But
those on the ground and
that's
they
not being
explode.
obsessed with fire. That's just
No.
what I called growing up. That was always a Bart Simpson type trick to me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All the bad kids knew those tricks.
The bad boy, Bart Simpson.
Mhm.
Lighters are too easy. I got into trying to make it with bow drills and pump drills and all that stuff with
Oh,
the
that's
sticks and the rope.
Mhm.
Because then there's some like you get some exercise doing it. You learn how to whittle stuff.
That's true.
You're still being a pyromaniac, but it's in a more
Yeah.
controlled way where it's
And
like
productive.
delayed.
I went on this camping trip, which was actually in the woods just off I-75 in like 7th grade, like a boys' trip, Catholic group. And at the start of the trip, they said whoever starts a fire and keeps it going all weekend, because we're there for like 2 nights, 2 mornings or whatever, you'll win a prize. But they only gave us like 3 of the Ohio blue tip matches, the ones that strike on any surface. That's all we had.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd have to like mooch off someone else's fire later. And I was the only one that had my fire going all weekend. It was small, but it was nice. And I'd wake up and tend to it and go back to sleep.
Mhm.
It was great.
Yeah,
And I don't even remember what the prize was. It was really some stupid shit, like a holy card or something.
It was a can of Axe.
Yeah, go
Throw
have
into
fun
your
with this.
fire. Yeah, I kept my fire going for 3 days straight because I had a bunch of cans of Axe in there.
Yeah. I have one match,
the
but
actual
8
prize,
cans of axe.
I think the actual prize was that I had immunity to getting molested as a Catholic altar boy, because it never happened to me.
Hey,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a pretty
me
good prize.
too. I was an altar boy for 3 years and never got molested. But also, like, I was just a little dickhead.
Me too.
It's mouthy.
They don't like the annoying ones.
No.
Yeah, I got in trouble for telling another like an adult acolyte, an adult altar boy, an altar man.
Mm-hmm.
He like tried to scold me, and it was like I can't remember if somebody died in our family or something. That I was really sad and just having a bad morning. And he got in my face, and I was like, "Why don't you fuck off, old man?" And I got in trouble for that. It wasn't loud or anything, but loud enough for the other guys are like, "Oh."
The white sheets we had to wear. Damn, that's huge.
Yeah.
The white sheets we had to wear, I would always pick out like the super long ones, and so like I'd have to like lift it up and like carry it so I didn't trip if I was doing something, or the super short ones, and so when I sat down, you could just see like my shorts underneath. Yeah.
Bro, you always feel like such a goofy.
It was so funny.
You always feel like such a goofy if you wore it too short, though. Long was the way to go, because at least then you looked like a Jedi.
Short was funny though, just because like you sat up and it just looked like you were wearing like a skirt.
Yeah.
Like I was like, what the fuck?
You look like a chef
and, like,
on your break.
All the people that like take it way too serious would get upset, and they'd talk to my mom after church.
Thank God.
You could see your dazzlers.
At our church,
my dazzlers.
At our church, instead of just having the hooded cassock, the hooded alb, we had the black cassock that buttoned up from the floor with like sort of the collar, and then the white alb over it, like the trad style. Thank God. The more liberal churches before that, though, we had the other one.
Yeah, we only had like the hoodie one, like the KKK hood on it.
Did you guys get to use incense? That was fun too.
No, someone else. We never got to do that. We got to hold it.
Oh,
but never got to actually do it.
We went to the Slovak Catholic Church, so like the Easter Sunday procession was like fucking so long, and it was outdoors, and it would be like 2.5 hours long, and we'd have four people with the incenses, 4 censers. Crazy.
I'm jealous because I always loved lighting the candles on fire.
I am glad
putting them out.
If I had to go to a church growing up, it was at like a Slovak one, because they were the kind of church that would get an actual liquor license for 4 days for their festival and just be giving you like, that was their excuse to bring their like homemade plum wine and shit. Yeah. And just have it under a tent in a public area.
I was glad that mine was like 6 houses away from our house. We just walked there.
That's cool.
So it didn't take long to do anything.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't grow up.
It's also where I went to grade school.
I'm also glad I stopped going.
Oh, I'm so glad.
That shit was so boring.
Once I got to high school.
Yeah. Same story.
Once I got into high school and
dude, once I got into drinking, I hated
sports.
It.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was the worst.
Bro, I don't want to get up for this shit, man.
Yeah. Mom, Jason mode.
I was drinking vodka till 4 a.m. Mom, I don't want to go to fucking 9:30 mass. What the fuck? Jesus doesn't care, man. He's not even awake yet.
That was great. Like having games on Sundays, like I can't go to church, and then like once soccer was done, I would work and be like, I work on Sunday. Sorry.
I'd love to go to church, but I just can't.
Tom, that was the Andrew Pro move. I work Sunday. That's crazy. Damn, Andrew.
Yeah, damn.
Love working Sundays.
And my job, I had a job at a laundromat, and I just sat there, and like that was it. I just observed it, and so we had a TV in there, and I just got to watch football on Sundays and not go to church.
So sick.
I remember my dad made the worst ultimatum at one point. That was, "We're gonna keep going to mass, or you're gonna start paying rent." I was like, "All right, how much rent?" No, that's not. Fuck.
The other one. No, you choose the other one.
Yeah. Anyway, then he made me pay so much rent for a couple months. Then I realized I'd be paying less rent if I actually paid rent to a landlord.
Yeah.
So I moved out. And that's the story of me moving out 8 years ago.
Does your new one make you go to mass?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's Pentecostal. It's pretty tight. They get really into it.
Oh, nice. Do they have snakes?
Yeah, they keep it to a tight hour. Damn, I love some tongue.
Spirit handlers. I did a stream about spirit handlers one day, like 2 years ago.
They're
one of my morning streams. So many guys still die from snake bites as pastors. It's
all the
fucking
time.
Hilarious. Tom can probably go to a snake.
Incredible.
Tom could probably drive less than an hour and go to a snake mass, snake church.
Absolutely, 100%.
That's pretty cool.
I could drive.
Should. That'd be a great video.
Well, I mean, like, so could you could drive into Illinois because they're all over Illinois too. They're Indiana. Actually, Indiana. That's where they're big too.
Well, I mean, people always say Ohio this, Ohio that, but I think Tom would even agree with me that most of our Facebook freaks we've ever posted were majority from Indiana and not Ohio.
Yeah, of course. Well, because
mostly
like
the Muncie area.
Yeah, Indiana is way bigger. Like, there's no redeeming qualities.
Not to mention, a lot of people in Indiana wear Ohio shit. Still.
Yes.
Bengal shit, all Indiana people.
Uh-huh. Well, like, even lower parts of, like, Cincinnati, like, and Kentucky, like, that might as well also be Indiana.
That whole Vince region is so weird, man.
They all stay in there. Someone just like relocated on accident and just decided to stay in Hamilton, Ohio from Indiana.
The Vincent Oblast, the Hamilton Oblast of Ohio, Northern Kentucky, and Southeast Indiana.
Yes.
That shit is a very weird area because you can go to any, like if you go, like actually search people from those areas on Facebook, you will find more Vinces around Dayton. They're like, oh, go Colts. Then you go to somewhere in Muncie and they're like, yeah, Bengals for life. It's like, do any of you motherfuckers know where you live or care?
No, they don't. They don't. Like I think every day someone blindfolds them and like they just get dropped off in that area and they're like, all right, Hamilton proud, go Colts.
Yeah, and I truly don't care who you're cheering for. Fuck the NFL.
No.
But
yeah, it doesn't matter. But it's just so funny that like these different regions would celebrate like different teams.
Especially the Ohio
reason.
people. You have two teams.
Yeah.
I applaud you for picking Bengals at least over Browns, but holy.
But like, because I mean, even like Eastern Ohio, you see so many like Pittsburgh Steelers fans, of course. But they were good, and like the Colts were good, I guess. But
Pittsburgh gets that pass too, because that's also one of those teams where you can go to almost any big city in America and a lot outside of America and find Steelers bars, just because the steel industry broke up and went everywhere.
Well, Steelers fans that's the only thing they wear on Sundays. Like it's
that's
just
also
a jersey.
True. That is very true.
Steelers fans are really proud to tell you that they're Steelers fans.
Do they like a particular Wiz Khalifa song?
They sure did. And I remember when it was the Steelers Green Bay in the Super Bowl, and Lil Wayne came out with Green and Yellow.
Oh.
And every Steelers fan on Facebook that I was friends with
ready
was,
to kill him.
Fuck Lil Wayne, I hate you. You don't ever disrespect Pittsburgh like that.
Thank you for reminding me of that. I know what song I'm gonna open the stream with tomorrow. Green and
You're
yellow,
welcome.
green and yellow. Oh fuck, green and yellow was that was such a bad song too.
Yes, it was a terrible
I remember
song.
seeing Wiz Khalifa at Bonnaroo around then, and I was like, my buddy, he's like follows rap and hip hop a lot more than I do, and I was like, do you think Wiz Khalifa is gonna play Black and Yellow? And he just started like laughing at me, like, no, it's a stupid fucking gimmick song, bro. He's not gonna play that here. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like really embarrassed that I asked him.
I bet he did play it anyway.
That would have been cool if he did play it.
He should play it.
Down
He should have played it at Bonnaroo.
in Middle Tennessee, playing this.
I don't think that, dude. No one at Bonnaroo's from Tennessee.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
And also, like, that's probably
if he was. What was that? 2011.
Probably, yeah.
There's no way he didn't play Black and Yellow at Bonnaroo. There's no way. Because people would be like, "What the fuck?" If he didn't.
That was
100. I was going to say 100%. Everybody in the crowd would start singing it.
That was pre Paul Walker, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He was December 2013.
Yeah, he didn't have enough clout to not play his big hit.
Pre Paul Walker? Yeah, dude. Paul Walker's song didn't even come out to 2015.
Paul Walker died last year.
Yep.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Wiz Khalifa made that song before he died.
Well, he was in a coma.
Oh,
it was originally for Princess Diana, but he changed it.
He was in a coma? God damn it.
He was in a coma.
Oh, wow. He was in a coma? Oh, no. God damn.
Well, it's just for anybody. It's actually just for anybody who dies in a car wreck. It's not for one particular person. So you can play that if someone passes away in a car wreck.
Yeah, I heard he wrote it about my cousin.
My cousin. My cousin seen it.
My cousin seen him write it.
Adding the T to the end of cousin should be a map where it's regional. And it'd be just these random spots in different states. Like, yep, they add the T there and also there for some reason. There's one guy here that does it. People studying linguists like that, like they do like for the dying languages.
They're
They
like
should.
exclaves.
Yeah.
With the T at the end or like pluralizing stores.
Using
They should. Someone should.
Not only saying scene for saw, but saying seent.
I seen it.
I seen it.
Have you ever seen
A coyote or a wolf?
No, never seen it.
Nar.
I can't decide if coyotes, because coyotes, like, Americans get the pass anyway. No one knows how to say anything, but can't decide if coyote's better. I mean, coyote's way closer, but
Coyote is real, but it's fun to say coyote.
I just accept it. It's very southern.
Yeah,
I think cowboys.
it's a
should be allowed
fun
to
way.
say
It's a fun
coyotes.
way to say it.
If you wear
If
cowboy
it's a
boots,
fun
you can say
way,
it.
I saw
If
a
it's
coyote
fun,
with
then you can
mange
say
the
it.
other day.
mangy.
It had mange.
Dude, phase mange.
I thought it was a cryptid at first.
But mange
phase
on
mange. There's like this balding kid.
Face mange. He's got spots all over him. He's always itching himself. Someone get him to the
patchy beard.
What's up, Mangy X?
Mange.
Hey, what's up, bro?
All of his sponsors on the screen are like spinning cream logos, shampoos. Phase Mange. I don't know why this popped in my head when I heard Mange. I was like, that'd be a good Phase member name. Phase Mange.
I'm gonna switch my
pulling his flat brim up and he scratches his head, a bunch of flakes just go. It looks like it's fucking like camera feature.
Hey, what's up? I'm TSM Itchy.
I'm allowed to say that I have psoriasis.
Oh, nice.
I'm very flaky myself, but I'm always here for the podcast.
Oh, wow.
That's so brave of you.
I never got those plans from that guy.
That's good.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. I heard he's racist.
Yeah. Well, I realized that I didn't give him my phone number. I just got his, and unless I run into him, he's not going to get a hold of me. So hopefully
He's waiting outside drunk every day waiting for you to meet up with him.
Part of me
again.
thinks...
Where's the guy go?
He's probably...
What's the plan for the
doesn't
plans?
even remember.
He
Probably doesn't even remember it. Well, he gave me his wife's cell phone number, too, which...
Oh my god!
Ooh,
If I run into him, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to save the phone number, or I'm going to change the phone number to the wrong phone number, and I'll be like, "Oh, this is the number I thought. I'm sorry, I tried texting you, and it's just the wrong phone number, even though I know I'd have the right one." So I think that's what I'm going to do. But
I think you should get him kicked out of the building for smoking.
Yeah, then I get to.
Yeah, that's what should come out of
You
this.
should tell the landlord he's smoking inside, so you don't have to pay for the plants.
Snitch to the landlord.
Be like, you wanted to trick me and lure me at my when I was vulnerable.
Yeah. You know what? You should lure him into your apartment and sell him something inside.
Yeah,
or way too much.
Yeah. What can I get rid of?
He ends up being Chet's roommate. He's like, man, this place is nice. Can I stay here? He's like,
yeah.
Sure.
He's a plant himself, and he's gonna make root in your apartment.
Oh, God.
You should sell him some magic beans. Put some beans in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, Chet's like,
I'll do an exchange.
What a dumb fuck. I got my money back and I sold him those fake beans. And Chet wakes up the next day and there's this fucking 1,000-foot beanstalk like 10 feet outside his door. God damn it.
Damn. That was crazy.
Then that guy gets kicked out of the apartment because there's a big beanstalk like smashing through the roof. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, but if he climbs it,
they should make that into a story.
Dude, that would be a dope story.
A modern retelling of the Jack and the Beanstalk tale where they get in trouble with the landlord.
Oh, jeez. God damn it.
That would make it more interesting.
Shut the fuck.
Yeah, we need to hear more about the landlord in that story.
Why'd you plant it inside, bro?
How about, it's about corporate landlords. It's Jack and the Black Rock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
How about
sweet.
that?
I like that.
What do you think about that?
Hey, what do you listeners think about that? Leave a comment below.
Yeah, leave a comment below.
What are we thinking? A movie, a musical, a rap musical, a hip hop
style? What about a hip hop style musical?
How about a hip hop style movie?
What do they call American Idiot again? A rock and roll-pra?
A rapra.
Rapra.
A rapra.
What the fuck did they call that thing though? They had a name for it. Was it a punk rock opera?
It was just rock opera, I think.
Something like that.
Oh, a rock opera. That
wasn't it
makes
like
sense.
a wasn't that like
that
a Rocky Horror Picture Show? Like, isn't that what that is? Considered like a rock opera or something?
Maybe
Just
some
a
of the
musical?
songs.
I don't know.
Yeah,
something like that.
That movie fucking sucks.
I think it's gay.
I've never seen it.
It sucks. I watched it because I
like
with a girl that I was trying to impress, and it fucking sucked.
I think you just need to go. Chet would have a good time going to. Wait, you try to just watch it at home with a girl?
Yeah.
That's your mistake. Go to a Rocky Horror like viewing.
Oh, because then everyone's all dressed up and having fun and stuff.
No, because everyone's getting fucked up and having fun, and they're all dressed like slutty.
They just yell and they scream. They like throw
Chet,
things.
you could wear like a leather vest and like a fucking dog collar.
Well, you should do that no matter what. You should start doing that.
That's a separate thought.
Eating it from a bowl of dog food like popcorn.
Okay, yeah, Chet, hear about this. You're going to wear a leather jacket, like a leather vest, no pants, dog collar,
okay,
and you're going to eat from a bowl
dog strap
and drink from a bowl.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Okay, can I get the little spiky wrist things around me in my collar? Like, yeah.
On the collar.
Yeah.
On the collar, yeah, you'll have the studded spikes.
Can I get a?
We're gonna get you into puppy.
Can I get a muzzle? Can you give me a muzzle? Because I'm a little.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Oh hell yeah,
I'm a little feisty.
Hell yeah. I didn't like. If you're into it, then let's do it.
Chet,
all right,
Chet, we should get you
tier $5,000 on the Patreon. We get Chet into puppy blood.
That'd be sweet, Chet. We should get you a custom leather dog mask, but at the end of it, the fucking bowl and inside this mouthpiece.
That'd be so cool.
$5,000
Blowing weed back up your dog nose.
Once a week, we'll be posting videos of Chet eating food out of a bowl and drinking water out of a bowl.
Rolling around on my knees.
It's on Patreon.
I thought Patreon was
think I'm
kicking
gonna
people
start
off for that kind of stuff. Just kidding.
Pissing on
I'm
my
gonna
own
get
kitchen
into
wall.
puppy play and start taking dog shits.
Yeah, but just take him
That'd be
outside.
so
I took a
funny.
dog shit at
You're like,
Rocky
yeah, I'm
Horror.
into puppy play. What do? Just take really yellow dog shit.
Yeah, it honestly looks like dog
the
shit
lawn.
when people come across it. They're like, I shit in my own yard, and people walk by and they're like, "Who is not cleaning up after their damn dog?" And I'm like, "No, bro, that's me."
Watching your
I ate a
mailman
chip
wipe out. Watching your mailman wipe out like he's trying to steal second on some yellow dog shit, and you open your door, you're like, "That's mine. That's not even a dog."
Fine.
That's the neighbors, though. It's not from me.
I'm gonna get into puppy play just so I can shit outside without getting in trouble.
Yeah,
Shit, man.
honestly,
I'm
it's like
dressed
probably a
up as
really
a
cool
dog.
really
lifestyle,
any
'cause-
animal play you want.
No,
for
it
that.
looks fun.
Yeah, you can get into kitten play though and put a litter box next to your computer. That's the gamer way.
I just took a cat shit in my own yard
I took a cat piss on on
on the carpet.
the carpet. I
took a
sprayed the
cat piss.
couch.
I sprayed the couch.
I'm
Sorry,
marked my
I sprayed the
territory
couch.
inside.
Just that time
I was
of
getting
the
pissed off.
year. I got
Sorry,
fucking
they haven't
pissed.
got me neutered yet.
I got pissed and horny and sprayed the couch. My bad.
The guy coming to fix your AC, you spray your couch beforehand to mark your territory. You're just here to fix it, bro. You're not staying.
He shows up and he's immediately intimidated by your scent.
He's like, oh,
What
I'm
is that
sorry.
musk?
Putting his head down. Putting his head
that's
down,
like a
walking
meth
down.
thing. Everyone's always immediately intimidated by my scent. It's just dog shit like chronic morning breath.
Morning coffee breath
Yeah.
and just like not
Mets
like that funk from like not wearing deodorant.
Yeah,
I
Mets
got
chronically
dog
has that.
breath. I'm doing puppy play.
Mets has that breath that feels like someone's blowing warm air at you from like a blow dryer. Oh, it'd be
Puppy
nasty.
play. I eat dog food. I have dog breath. I take dog shits. I don't wear any of the stuff. And it's not sexual at all.
Fuck.
It's just
You're
really my
doing dog
personal
play.
hygiene.
Yeah, you're doing your version of dog play is just taking shits outside, laying on the couch during the day on your side with your eyes
In the
closed.
sun.
Just fondling your balls.
eating out of a bowl, and
It's like I can't lick them, but I can just play with them.
yeah, and then
Yelling at cars that drive by. Hey! Hey!
Yeah, Marilyn Manson got the rib removed so he could lick his balls, not suck his dick, because he was
True.
just into puppy
He
play.
got his
Yeah,
ribs
true.
replaced with dog ribs.
He got his ribs replaced with dog
Did
shit.
you know that God was not even going to create a woman originally? Adam just wanted that rib removed so he could suck his own dick, and God's like, "Well, I'll do something with this.
He's like, hey, no, don't do that. Here.
Hey, let's get you a mate. Stop it."
His first thought he was going to cook and eat it.
That's what happened. God was like, yeah, God didn't really know what was going on at first. And then he realized Adam was just sitting around for 18 hours a day sucking his own dick because it was like 2 feet long. Then God went and hit the slider down to back, down to little. And that's why we all got...
Let's make one
smaller.
without
we
it.
had
Yeah.
horses.
So let's see how it's
We had
going without a
horse
dick. And then things started getting done. Ladies, you heard of that? I said that. You know?
We all had horse cocks.
Yeah, we all had horse
We
cocks,
started
but we'd suck
sucking
it all
them
day.
all.
And that's why
So
they
God hit reset.
Yeah, God
We
struck
took horse
down
shit
our
in
a new
knockdown.
game.
Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty good theory if you're that sort of creationist believer.
Yeah, he started a new game.
We all had
and
way longer
changed
dicks, but we were too busy sucking it all day, and God was like, no,
All right, nothing's getting done.
god damn, you don't even have fire yet. It's dark. You're sitting there in the dark.
You
And
don't
you're
even
just
know, dude.
This is awesome. Damn.
Did they take
started
dog
10
shits
hours.
outside in the Garden of Eden? They must have taken
No.
dog shits, right?
They had a toilet. They wouldn't take a dog
There's
shit. They had a toilet.
Well, who invented
Yeah,
it?
there was.
God.
Humans didn't start taking a dog shit until like they ate
After
the
we
apple.
invented dogs?
Yeah, they ate
They
the
ate-
apple.
Because we
They
saw
ate the
them
apple.
doing it.
Yeah, actually, in the Garden of Eden, there's a toilet and a bidet. It wasn't even toilet paper.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You didn't
that's
need
nice.
it. You didn't need it at that time.
Yeah.
But you ate the apple, and then all of a sudden, all right, I gotta take a dog shit. And that's why God was so mad. We learned how to take a dog shit. And God got pissed.
Real quick, can we give props? Sorry, this is not on topic at all, except I guess UK people like taking dog shits too. And there's lots of never
Dog
mind.
shites
Anyway.
is what they call it.
Dog
I'm going to take a
shout
dog
out-
shite.
Shout out to our favorite island for voting unanimously yesterday to ban the Apple chargers. Now Apple has to all start using USB-C on all their shit
No shit, really?
in the country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in 2024.
That's so
2024.
sweet. God, thank God.
I said they should have banned USB-C and everybody has to use Lightning.
Wow.
Oh my fuck! Can you imagine how mad people would be?
I would love that.
They're
I got
about
so
as
many
good
Lightning.
as each other at this point. Like now
It's
that,
just annoying to have different ones.
Yeah, like when Lightning first came out, it was super expensive. You couldn't get them at the gas station for $5. But then the trademark or whatever expired, so
That just reminded me of how
now
mad
it's whatever.
we've been talking. I was already on the subject of thinking about old Twitter, old weird Twitter, like 2016, 17 Twitterish, recently, and that teacher. I don't even want to mention him because that's another guy that just always hears shit everywhere. But wait, what were we talking about just before this? That reminded me of it.
Shits?
Dog shit.
No,
USB-C
after that?
chargers being.
Oh, the
Oh
Chargers.
yeah, I remember how mad. I forget his name now. He has one of those dumb like weird
Tim
Twitter
Cook?
like animal or lobster, like some weird lobster or animal account. But they got mad at me because it said we were all burning each other. It was just handing out insults, just having fun. And I said he has a Twitter for Android ass dick, and a bunch of people got mad at me. They're like, "Oh, it's better actually." That was the last time I remember somebody getting mad at like the iPhone versus Android thing for real. That's fun.
I'm
It's such a
still
weird
team
opinion to
iPhone.
have.
I don't
I'm mad.
care. Like
I guess I have an
Yeah, I don't care.
iPhone, but yeah,
Yeah.
people that say Android is better, those are the awesome people. They're like, actually,
Yeah,
you
I
can
just-
you
that's
can
also,
jailbreak
like, the
it
thing,
and put
though, ever
ROMs
since-
on it.
ever since the Droid came out and all the Android users started doing all the nerd shit, like the rootkits and stuff, like I thought that shit was awesome, but I was also like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
cool.
care.
No.
Yeah.
My best friend and roommate loved doing that shit. He was awesome at it. He
Yeah.
still is. I hated it.
It is cool, but like I'm not gonna do it. I don't care. I just want to text. Like
Yeah.
an iMessage just
Yeah.
works.
I've always been able to admit that
It's-
Android's superior for all that shit.
Yeah,
but
of
guess
course,
what?
but I don't
want
care.
a dumb
I'm not gonna
guy
switch.
phone.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I
It
barely
means
even use
nothing.
my
I just
phone,
need to
especially
text
like
people.
doing what we do.
Yeah.
I can not charge my phone for like 4 days. It's fine.
Anytime I look for a phone anymore, it's always the ones with the longer batteries. That's what I look like.
Yeah.
I do Android, but yeah, like the one I have, they're like, "Do you want the one with the good camera or the
Yeah.
longer battery?" It's like longer battery. I'm not a fucking professional
You're
photographer.
because it's cheaper and convenient too. Most
Yeah,
of the time.
yeah.
If
And
you're
I'm
going
just
for like
used
the
to it.
lowest model with that's literally what you want. You
Yeah.
want like the lowest functions with the biggest battery.
Yeah, that's just like all I need to do is pull up Twitter.
That was
or
me with my Nextel
Twitch or
phone.
something or YouTube.
I
That's
like
literally
that-
all I use.
I had like that i50, the yellow and black one that was like indestructible with
Yeah.
just the front.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
not even like flip,
Uh-huh.
but it had the fat back on it. And that battery, I would only have to charge like every 9 days or something.
My buddy I
Ridiculous.
went fishing with back home, he's a tow truck driver, and he actually has still like the newest flip phone. And like when he went to the
Some
place,
guys love that.
Yeah,
shit.
no, he's
they're gonna need to make it forever.
I just need a flip phone, and the guy's like, "All right, let me go check in the back." And it took him like 20 minutes, and he found a phone for him, and he like loves it. And it was so weird, like watching him text people on it, because I was like, "Fuck!"
The T9?
I was like, "Yeah," I was just like, "God damn, I forgot about doing that shit."
Why
I
would
used to
you
be
get
such a
that if
fast-
you're texting?
I don't know.
True.
If you're only doing calls and you're like 80, that's one thing. But
Think about
you're
it though, Alex.
texting?
There
Wow.
are some T9 warriors out there that are still faster at that than
Yeah.
actual typing.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I guess if you develop that skill long enough,
and
You might as
honed
well
it
use
for
it.
only the last 17 years or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
God damn. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
you're typing like 333759135555554.
God, I hated that. I hated that so much.
Somebody emails that guy a keylogger. They're like, "What the fuck's this guy doing all day?" 333177432.
Oh, he's doing Sudokus.
And then I think I had a Razor, and like it could only store 50 messages in total sent and
Oh,
coming
God.
in. So I'd regularly have to delete every single message
Jesus.
that I got.
I remember all of like the Razor even. I remember the generations after being so much superior. They figured shit out. But I remember the phone that really figured out all that stuff right away. Had like a pretty good browser, but people still wanted the fucking physical keyboard. The Envy and the NV2. People loved that shit. That was like all my friends' favorite. I still didn't give a fuck. I think I had the Sanyo M4 just because I'm like, I like that my speaker is loud as fuck on the outside. So I can show all my friends my music at Wendy's. That was my concern.
My cool
Yep.
ringtones.
Well,
I had
I
to
missed
play-
the ringbacks.
I had to play
We need to get
RJD2 songs
ringbacks.
for them.
oh no.
Still great albums.
My buddy had a owner of a lonely heart by Yes as his ringback tone, and I fucking hate that song so much. Just always got stuck in my head. It's like the worst Yes song too.
That's one of my popular tweets that people still bring up. My using your one call in jail to call your ringback to call your own phone to listen to your ringback tone.
I want to hear Dynamite
Damn,
by
I love
Tayo
this.
Cruz
I want to hear
one last time.
Your Speed of Sound by Coldplay one more time.
All right. Well, let's. Looks like we're now at an hour, and I got to get going. So.
Well,
all right.
I gotta go take a dog shit.
Yeah.
I gotta go clean up Alex's dog shit.
I gotta go eat some of Alex's dog shit to get my puppy breath.
I gotta clean it before Michael can eat it.
Oh no!
Bye everybody. Thank you for
Bye-bye.
listening. This is a regular one. Subscribe to the Patreon.
That's
You want to
right.
hear more?
Bye-bye.
Or not? Or do it? Okay.
God
bye.
bless
Do
you.
whatever.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Your radio is set on cruise control. Get set for another 45 minutes of non-stop rock and roll. At least 10 great rock songs back to back, guaranteed.
Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. No, I'll stand my ground. Won't be turned around. And I'll keep this world from dragging me around. Gonna stand my ground. No, I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground. No, I won't back down. Well, I know what's right. I just got one life. And a world that keeps on pushing me around. But I'll stand my ground. No, I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground. No, I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground. No, I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground. And I won't back down. No, I won't back down. Tribute to Mr. Tom Petty right there. Won't back down.